How's it going? Thank you so much for doing
Yeah,
this.
thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Thanks for having me.
You're literally on the road. Where are you guys going to now?
Oh, I don't know.
Hmm.
Knoxville.
Oh,
Okay,
Knoxville. We're
cool.
deep in the hollers of Appalachia somewhere.
nice.
Wow.
It's very green
Yeah,
out the
It looks
window.
it
gorgeous.
is. It is. It is. It's like, look, pretty much sums up exactly where we are. Like
Love
a
it.
restaurant,
Love it.
American flag, and a crick.
Oh,
Hey,
I love that you called it a crick. I'm from the East Coast and we would call there was a, not a debate, but people would either say the creek or the crick.
Right. No, I feel like that's why I say crick because I feel like here it's a crick.
yeah,
You know what
there
I
for
Right.
mean?
sure. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. It's different in different spots. Well, thank you again for your time. We know that you're on the road.
No, no, it's all right.
Now, you're on for your solo tour right now, though. This isn't the one with Katie, or is it?
Yeah, just like some summer dates and stuff, just myself. So it's right now it's just a little southern run. It's like Asheville, Knoxville, Franklin, Kentucky, and Birmingham.
Oh,
So
cool.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And I think this is the last run I have until the K tour starts next month. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be
Oh,
such a fun tour.
Yes. Yeah, so this
yeah.
I guess officially ends the solo headlining tour that was the last year all over the world. It's
Wow.
crazy. Yeah.
How is touring for you? I mean, you're a musician, you probably love it, but it seems just nonstop.
It is nonstop. And I do love it. It's just like something I've always done, but
Yeah.
I took a big break during the pandemic, like I
Mhm.
took like 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5 years off and had kids. And that was the longest break I'd ever taken. So it definitely took like the last year and a half, 2 years to get like my rhythm back. And it was scary because I felt like I was starting over. But
Oh,
now we
Mm,
were just talking about it. Now I feel like I'm going better, stronger, and the show is better, and the crowds are better than they've ever been. So it's like I took a couple steps back and gone like 5 steps forward. Like everything feels so much different and better now. It's really cool.
mm. Well, you said if you having kids, I have a daughter. It just changes your view, your mindset on pretty much everything I find.
Yeah, it does. And I'm so much more focused when I'm out here because I'm like, okay, I'm away. I got to take advantage of it. And I hate being
Hmm.
away,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
they also have made me better, I think, at whatever, multitasking, working hard,
Oh,
that kind
yeah.
sure.
of shit. Like, and
Oh,
it's a
gosh.
break
Yeah.
being out here. Like, I was just home for a week or two and I got back out here on the road and I've slept so much and relaxed so much. It's like,
It's like
oh
the
my God.
opposite of what you would think being on tour would
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, it's so sad leaving them. I hate it. And then I get out here and I'm like,
Oh,
oh, this is actually kind of nice to get a little rest,
this is what
go
sleeping's
back
like.
up.
I can think my own thoughts. What is
Yeah,
that?
totally. Eat whatever food I want instead of like
Sharing it.
leftover, goldfish that have been crushed
Hmm.
into the counter of the kitchen. I'm like, well, this is a good dinner. I'll eat
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
this.
You just like
Uh-huh.
scrape it. I've been there.
Yeah,
I've totally been
cold
there.
nuggets and broccoli or whatever. I'm like, this is fine. I'll eat. This will be my portion.
It is crazy. You tell yourself that. It's how you survive. You're like,
Yeah.
This is going to fill me. This actually is good." And it's
Yeah.
half eaten, cold, maybe a week old. You really never know.
Oh my God, the other night, this is like so random, but I was like, you know what? I'm making a salmon. I'm gonna make a big old salmon
Oh,
dinner. I
Nice.
made, and of course, the more time and effort I put into something, the least likely they'll feel like eating it. Just like, nah, I don't really feel like eating it.
sure.
So I made like all the salmon, and my 1-year-old and my 5-year-old were like, no, I'm not eating that. And then I was so bummed, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll just eat all the salmon. And it was bad salmon.
Oh
So I was sick for
Oh
no.
like 2 days.
No.
no.
And although I was so bummed, I was
That's a
so
nightmare.
grateful that it wasn't all three
That
of
your
us
kids
sick.
weren't
I
sick
was
too.
like, they knew they're like, we're not eating that.
They're like
Hmm.
they can spot food
Snobs.
poisoning a mile away.
Yeah.
What a talent.
Well, thank you again for doing this. Our podcast, we love to focus
Yeah.
on like the 90s, the 2000s, all the things that we loved growing up, which you've been a huge part of. And, things like One Tree
Cool.
Hill, Walk the Line, the Taylor Swift music video. So we really appreciate you doing this. Just to start, what came first for you? Because you act, you sing. Was music your first passion or was acting your first passion?
Yeah, yeah, like music was. I was trying to get signed and stuff when I was 15. But yeah, so I did that forever and then I got signed and I got some love on the radio a bit and was touring around. And then One Tree Hill and Walk the Line were just kind of promotional things that fell into my lap. Like, oh, maybe this will help you kind of promote your record or whatever. And so I was kind of leery of the whole thing, though. Like, I thought, like, especially during that time, I was trying to break through as a musician. I thought, man, if I do like these movies, is that going to make me like, what am I, like Paris Hilton or something? Am I just like some reality star at this point? I don't know. Like, I just felt like such a leap, but I took a chance and I did it, and I had so much fun. I truly did. And then I was like, wait, I'm really into this acting thing. And I loved auditioning. I loved being different characters and being in these worlds. And I was like, so I truly am into it. I know a lot of people that are kind of like lukewarm on acting and being on set. They're like, whatever, if it happens, it happens. I'm the opposite. I love it. I just got
Oh,
done filming another like Christmas movie, and it was such a cool one where I got to play a hockey player, and I was riding on horses because I'm a guy who gets injured and goes to this horse ranch to get rehabbed. And I was just like, every
Mm.
day I woke up, I was like, being on set is so fun. Being a
Hmm.
character and like being in a story, and like I just love it. I love it.
we also love a good Christmas movie.
Yeah, can't wait for
Love a
that.
good Christmas movie.
I'm hooked by the storyline.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. And I gotta, play hockey for the first time and do a lot of horse stuff. And it was really cool. It's just like, God, you never know what you're gonna get with. That's what's, I mean, with tour, it's great. Like it's a different crowd every night and I love it. And it's in my blood and it's what I do. But acting feels like the little treat I get to do, where it's just a total different world, total different character, and just living a different life for a bit, which is really fun.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now with Walk the Line and One Tree Hill, obviously you got to incorporate both. You got to sing and you got to act. Now, you were an Elvis fan before you played him in Walk the Line, right?
Yes, yes, big Elvis fan.
What was that like then for you to get to play like this person that you loved?
I thought I was just going to audition to be like a Johnny Cash's background band. That's what they told me I was coming in for. So I
Okay.
thought, well, that would be fun, like to have a little cameo in this cool movie about music that I love and I grew up on, and I'll get to be like a guitar player in the background. But then when they were talking about having me play Elvis, I was like, well, I mean, he means so much to me, and people do it so cheesy and stuff. I just don't want to. I don't want to do that. And then I got kind of talked into it by honestly like Joaquin Phoenix, which is so weird. Like he and I ended up running into each other, and he was just really like, I was really nervous, and I'd never been in a movie before, and I was just so nervous about the whole thing. And he was like, Reese and I are going to be even more nervous because we've never sang or played before. At least
Oh
you
my
guys know what you're
gosh.
doing.
That's
And
true.
he's like, and everyone they're trying to cast these characters in a first, like, be a first time actor to be this movie. There's gonna be so many people doing their first in this movie, which I was like, good pitch. Like, definitely got me
Hmm.
and made me
It
feel like, okay,
worked.
And knowing Elvis as well as you did, I imagine helps you then become that person because you've studied him without knowing you were really studying him, but it was just your fan. You were such a big fan of his.
yeah, yeah. And I was actually like so protective of him.
Yeah.
Like, I was so like, everyone always does it so like, so cheesy and stuff. And I was just, I feel like I knew, I also just felt like I connected with him so much as a kid. And I feel like, I mean, this sounds so pretentious because he became the king of rock and roll, and I just am like another guy out here. But like, I felt like I related to him so much that we had such similar stories, and I don't know, there's something about him I just got. But we do that a lot of time with people we're fans of.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
find a musician or actor we're a fan of. It's because they remind us of us in some way.
Yeah.
Um, and and I was just didn't want to like make it cheesy, and so I was just kept thinking like when I did the movie, I was like, I'm not gonna do anything too dumb and Elvisy and like Vegasy. I just want him to be like some sweet kid from the South. That's it.
Yeah.
Like that's all he is. And then the
Yeah.
rest of it, the costume and everything else makes him Elvis, but he's just like this kid, especially in the movie. And I wasn't in it a ton, but there was a lot of scenes that were cut out. It's a really long movie,
Mm.
but they cut out probably 30 to 40 minutes of it. I mean, the script was so long. So there
Wow.
were so many beautiful scenes. Um, like with he and June, because he and June Carter had like kind of a love story and had kind of like a relationship and all this beautiful stuff. So anyway, that's what I kind of was trying to bring to all of it, like just like, um, and yeah, so it's cool.
Yeah, and what a great cast to work with.
Yeah, it did seem
I
so
know.
great.
I know it like set the bar high, and I learned a lot about how to be pro and how to act around pro people and be respectful of them and try to be focused in a scene and stuff. Because um, it was like everyone took it super seriously. Like this wasn't just
Hmm.
some, whatever first time movie where people are like just there to collect a paycheck and move on. Everybody was really stoked to be there and it had this
Hmm.
heaviness about them, like nobody fucked this up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like really cool though. But I felt the
Hmm.
same way. I was like, I'm not playing around. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
this is Elvis.
Well, and you
So
can
it's
tell
cool.
it's like one of the best biopics, I think, still to this
I think so
Hmm.
day.
too, and I love those
Hmm.
kind of movies. And I find it hard to watch stuff that I'm in, but that one is still one that I just like. Oh, I thought they did such a good job.
They really
Oh, it's
did.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then, so when you joined One Tree Hill, was that the first kind of series you were a part of or something that was recurring?
yeah. I was like just supposed to do one episode again, just to promote my song "Glad" that was coming out, and it was like I just remember being like, God, this sounds like such a dumb idea to just be on this teen show for an episode and play this song. Like, I didn't just, it seemed so unserious. And I was so like, I felt like, I don't know, like, I didn't know what I was doing or talking about. And I just kind of wrote it off. But my label, it was really pushing for me to do a lot of stuff. And I was not a super big team player. Like they wanted me to do a bunch of like pop stuff, and I was like
Mhm.
always digging my heels in because I wanted to do more country, more rock, more singer songwriter, folk stuff, and I wasn't really trying to do the pop thing. But I felt like I had to say yes to something because I was saying no to everything, and so this felt like a good
Mm.
compromise. And I'm saying this all because I was like such an idiot. Like I look back now, I'm like, you're so dumb. Like you're so dumb. I like now I'm just like literally so grateful for every opportunity. At the time, I was like, ew, about everything.
Ew.
But I think like people that age are. Um, and then I like watched, I agreed to do it, and I was like, fine, I'll like hold my nose and do this teen show. And then I watched the whole first season before I got there, and I was like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with
It
this
Oh,
show.
hooks
so
you.
Like,
It
addicting.
hooks you.
So addicting.
it was so good. And then I got there and became obsessed with everybody I met on there. Like, Chad, Sophia, Joy, Hillary, like they were like we all like actually my friend from North Carolina says like G haw. Like when you G haw with someone, you really like
Hmm.
get along with them. We G haw. I can't think of another word that really like replaces it, but I use it all the time because I'm like, you just G haw with someone. I don't know. And we
I love
just
that.
my friend would be like, y'all just G haw. I think meaning like you guys get along, um, but yeah, like we just we jihad hard,
I'm
Mhm.
gonna start
and
incorporating that into our vocabulary, Grace.
Yeah, no, it's
yeah,
in. It's in.
it's yeah. And so I was like, oh, I love doing this, and they asked if I would do another episode, and I was like, yeah, I definitely want to. This would be fun. And then the cast and I became so close that it was like when you're like 10 years old and you're each trying to convince your parents to let each other sleep at each other's house, you're like, okay, you tell your parents, I'm gonna tell my parents. We were all like, how do we get me to stay on the show? Like we were
Oh,
all just talking about it. Like we're like, okay, I'll talk to my people, you guys talk to the producers, and let's just keep this going because we were having so much fun.
oh,
And then whenever I wasn't touring and I had a gap and they were, because at the time I was promoting my record and I was on tour a lot, so they
yeah.
always found a way to kind of fit me in. And then the audience response was really good. Like people really hated me and they loved that on the show.
Oh, it was a great show for that. One Tree Hill had a lot of very strong storylines, and they really went all over the board.
Yeah.
I feel like shows, those kinds of shows really did that. There was a lot of seasons, a lot of character development, and you would see so much happen. I think that's why they were so relatable, because everyone could find something.
And did you find after your first episode of One Tree Hill aired, did it help your music?
Oh my God. Yeah, it changed everything. Because with so many musicians, I find even if they're successful and they have a big song on the radio, they can walk around and people don't know what they look like. Like
Oh,
people aren't like, oh my God, that's the bass player for Imagine Dragons. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
who,
that's so
what?
true.
Or like even the lead singer, I don't even know his name. I just pulled that band out of randomly, like I don't know the lead singer of Imagine Dragons. He could be standing next to me Chick-fil-A, and I'd be like, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
But if
Mm-hmm.
you're on TV, it's like a whole different situation, you know,
Sure.
like
Mm-hmm.
people are staring at your face. And so I got so much, I got recognized so much more. It was crazy. And then, especially being a character that people had thoughts about, you know, I heard all those thoughts every time. At that point, I lived in the, you know, in an airport pretty much. Like I was always flying. And, and so I was just in an airport all the time carrying a guitar. And so I was just a target, you know,
Yeah.
and people
Mm-hmm.
would be like, you know, I
Chris
hate you.
Keller.
Yeah. And it was like always that. Um, it was crazy. But so yeah, it did change. And the shows changed and it brought this whole like when I first started, I had a bit more of an older crowd before my very first record came out when I was 15, and it was more like country and rock and more like classic rock stations and adult stations played it. I toured with like John Waite and stuff. Just my audience was older. It was more like a Johnny Lang kind of thing where I was young, but I was doing old people music. And then when my first record came out and One Tree Hill happened, it was just like young chicks. It was
Yeah.
a
Mm-hmm.
whole different thing. I was
Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
"Whoa, this is awesome!" It was so cool.
It
A
does
whole
sound
and
really
mall
smart.
shows and like screams and like it was like a whole different energy.
Yeah. I feel like now people will, like reality shows like Love Island, they will feature
Love
someone's
Love Island.
song. Do
Oh,
you?
can't wait for the reunion.
Oh my
Everyone
God, it's
in the
happening this
van here
week.
got me into Love Island last tour, and now it's all I watch.
It's so
It's
addicting.
so
I'm just looking
addicting.
for people to talk about it with all the time.
Literally the same.
Have you watched the whole
No, I'm not
season?
done with the season. I just finished the Standing on Business episode. Everyone's just
Oh,
Oh, Tyler.
talking.
Oh my gosh.
There was a lot
that
of business being stood
episode.
up.
Wild.
Okay,
Wild.
you have 4 days
Wild.
to catch up before the reunion.
The
So
reunion's in 4 days.
There's a reunion in 4 days. Did you hear that?
the reunion's on
There's a Love
Monday.
Island reunion in 4 days. So I need to finish this season before the reunion. Thank you.
Yeah.
hmm
Because I'm
Yeah.
going to watch
hmm
that live and I don't want any spoilers.
No.
No, and yes, you have to finish it then.
You have so
Oh,
many good
cool.
episodes
I
coming
know I'm
up.
not
There's
saying a
still more good
thing.
episodes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
I hope
Cool.
you have a lot of more time in the car after this. So as soon as
hmm
we're done, you can just hit
Oh,
You can
there's
go
a
play.
watch.
lot of time in the car. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna get right
Wow.
on it.
The
Perfect.
Standing on Business episode is such a lot happens from that episode.
It's such a good one. And I also was never really sure how to use the phrase standing on business in a
hmm
sentence until the Justin Bieber album and now Love Island. And now I'm
Yeah.
like, oh cool. Like now I now I know how to use it, you know?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. No,
Really
they
cool.
set the tone. I don't think
They
anyone
really
has to
did.
question it anymore.
This is the
Uh,
summer of standing on business. It's my standing on business summer, to be
I
honest.
love
You
it.
should change the tour name. You're Standing on Business tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be a really good tour name. Standing on business tour.
Wait, Grace, what were you starting to say though about reality?
Oh, I was going to say that shows like we have friends of ours even who are artists and they strive to get their songs featured on a show like Love Island or a
Yeah.
reality show, but they feature so many. And I think MTV, maybe they still do, they would list the name of the artist as it was playing.
Yeah.
But it's not
Oh,
nearly, I imagine, having your face on it, like you said. So I think it sounds really smart for your team to kind of have
yeah.
that be a way to pitch you because then you have a character who's a musician and then on a teen show, which I think that's the best way to get people to find you.
Yeah, and One Tree Hill was really good about that. The creator loved music and loved musicians, so he was just trying to cram real musicians onto the show all the time. So
hmm
when that opportunity came along, that I think my label was really trying to make it happen. And no, it
Yeah.
was smart. I mean, it was a thing for me, and it's and something that I can continue to tour on, and fans continue staying me through. Like most things in this industry, you just never know what are the things
hmm
and admittedly, like the producers and the people that are picking shows and people record labels, like you don't know what's going to connect. You just has to
Yeah.
be a number game. You just kind of like throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and see what connects. And I don't know if audience members knows what's going to
hmm
connect with them. But then that alchemy, whatever happens when certain songs come out and certain things happen, and then it's that magic. It's something connects, and One Tree Hill
hmm
connected and connects and connects and continues to connect. It's
hmm
crazy.
Yeah, David and I used to work at Warner Brothers as tour guides, and I would have people come and they would really want to see something from One Tree Hill, and we had to let them down and say that it didn't film
No
there.
way.
But there was a, did you know,
The
David, did you ever
basketball
see the
hoop?
basketball hoop? There
Yeah.
was a basketball hoop that was signed by the cast of One Tree Hill. And it was like in this back area of the lot that was really hard to get to. And when I would have like diehard One Tree Hill fans, I would try to go back there to show them because they just associated it with the network and they didn't realize that it didn't film here.
Whoa, what Warner Brothers lot were you guys tour guides on? Like Burbank?
The Burbank,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the one in Burbank.
Oh, cool. That's so fun.
Yeah, it was
What a fun
awesome.
lot to be hanging around all the
Oh,
time.
it
That's
was the
It's
great.
the
best.
best. Yeah, it's the
I
best.
mean, I didn't mean which like it was the big Burbank one, not
The
Not
big
the
the
one, not the
ranch.
ranch, yeah.
Yeah,
not the
The
ranch,
main
right, right.
one.
the main one. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Another thing that we just have to ask about is you were in a music video for just a little no-name artist, Taylor Swift.
That's right,
Um,
the little country singer Taylor Swift.
yeah, I hope she makes it.
I
I do
know. Wish her the best
too.
of luck.
I do too. Maybe one day she'll become the biggest musician of all time. Wouldn't
Fingers
that be crazy?
crossed.
She can dream. Everyone can dream.
How did you first get connected with Taylor?
She let's see, I was doing an interview for a country magazine and they had done a feature on her song Tim McGraw that had just come out and listened to it for whatever reason. I'd heard that song and I loved it. I like it's so dumb, but like that song I just was obsessed with it. It was so simple and so cute and I just was so taken with like I hate when young artists are trying to be old and
Yeah.
smart, and this song was trying to be nothing but young and not knowing any better, and I loved it. I was just so obsessed with it. Like only someone young who doesn't know better would write a song that says like when you think Tim McGraw, I hope you think of me. It just seems so like juvenile and just something like professional songwriters wouldn't say or reference. I
Yeah.
just loved it. I don't and for a ton of reasons like it blew me away. And I happened to mention it in their article. I was like, oh, and then you did that feature on that new girl Taylor Swift. I love that song, Tim McGraw. And randomly, she had been like a big fan of mine since she was a kid. Like
Oh.
followed like all my YouTube videos, like had all my songs, like was a big fan. And her parents or her manager had pointed out to her that I mentioned her and she flipped out. And so she was like, um, and then ended up watching One Tree Hill and stuff when I was on it and stuff, and became a big fan of One Tree Hill. And this was after, so she was just like had found me somehow, found my music and gotten into it. So she was stoked, and she had told me when she was playing a show at this like little biker bar in Southern California. And she was like, you know, if you want to come out, I'll put you on the list. I'd love to meet you. Or her people had reached out. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. How fun. It actually would be fun to meet this girl. And at the time, I must have been 19 or 20, and she was, 15. So it was just
Hmm.
like, it was just super charming. And then I went out there, and I don't know if her parents were there or what, but she sounded great. She was so funny, so charming, such a dork, and not a lot of people that are like young country singers are leaning into their dorkiness. And she was
Hmm.
really, really leaning into it. And it was just, I was just so charmed. I just like liked her. Like she seemed, we jihad.
You
Oh, you
jihad.
jihad.
You
Hmm.
jihad.
Yeah, you definitely
And
did.
and so and then on stage she actually was like, oh, I'm gonna do a song of yours, like your cover of Missing You, would you want to get up and sing it with us? And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like she's very forward too. And then as I was on stage, she goes, I wanted to ask you here so you couldn't say no, but would you star in my next video with me? I was like, oh, okay, sure, And then I thought, well, I don't even know if I can, but I'm just gonna say yes because I'm on stage. And then my label was like, yeah, go for it if you want to. Um, so I did. And I was just went down to Nashville and met her family and stayed with her family. We just became close and
Oh.
had so much fun doing that. I mean, the music video, like, there's a bunch of us goofing around, which we were, and I was young and she was younger, but we're both like real, you know, like nerds or whatever, like
Hmm.
I think I just that felt like a lot in common with her. And her family
Hmm.
was great. They let me stay with them when I first moved to Nashville a couple years later and get on my feet and stuff. And Yeah, so it just
That's so
totally
cool.
random. It's been wild to watch this whole thing happen, and we're not really in
Hmm.
touch anymore. Like a lot of people, and I saw her in 2019 when she did her like Netflix special. I happened to be in Texas where she was filming it, so I went and hung out with her and her family, and really cool and stuff. But no, it's a whole different stratosphere now. It's
It's
Yeah.
wild.
so crazy. Yeah,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
unbelievable.
Her circle's probably smaller, but just because she's so big. She
Oh my
can't just
God.
like be opening the door to everybody.
No, but I mean, it was crazy because until I don't know, like I've lost touch with a lot of people since the pandemic, and I moved to Canada, where my family's from, and just kind of went into family mode for a while. So I have just kind of like lost touch with a ton of people. But right up
Sure.
until like 2019 or before then, um, we would hang at random times a bunch. It was so funny. She would come to random shows of mine, or she would one New Year's she like had nothing to do, so she just went to my guitar player's house for where I was gonna go for my party. Like it was
Oh,
just like
fun.
she was like, okay, I just have to bring all my security, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
It was like
They can come
just
too.
very,
Welcome. Come on in.
Yeah.
yeah. We like went to Cheesecake Factory and hung out with some of my friends, and then went to this party, and everywhere she went was just like two SUVs with a ton of security,
Just
and it was like,
chaos.
yeah, she was like, but really committed to just being super normal. And she is, I don't know. I don't, from what I know, she's so
Yeah.
normal, so down to earth. And I like, just like think the world of her, truly.
Oh,
It's real. Like all that stuff is real that you see from her. I think, it's like
I
not
love
really
that.
that.
Even when she was just on Travis's podcast, I don't know if you watched the interview, it was cool to kind of see her in a casual setting because you just don't always, I don't know, we don't get to talk to her. We don't get to see her.
I heard it was cool. Yeah, I didn't get to see it yet, but yeah, I heard that was really cool.
Yeah. Seemed really like just happy. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's
It was really
cool.
good. Yeah.
I know. I'm hoping she does another tour because now my daughter's 5, and has told me just a couple weeks ago she declared herself a Swiftie, which I didn't even know
Oh,
Oh.
she knew Taylor Swift's music. So I don't even know if I mean, she knows a couple songs, but I think she just wants to be a Swiftie. Probably some of her
Hmm.
friends are Swifties,
just part of it.
and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
someone has told her that I know her, and so she asks me regularly now. She asks me all the time, actually, do you think Taylor Swift would like me? And I was
That's
like,
so
oh yeah,
cute.
yeah,
That's adorable.
she's gonna really like you. And she goes, did she know when I was born? And I was like, I don't know, but she's gonna.
I don't want to burst your bubble.
She's
So we're
like,
just gonna
can we meet her? And I was like, yeah, when she comes back on tour. And she's like, okay, because I am a Swiftie. And I was like, okay. I feel it's like the
hmm.
first thing she's identified with. Like
I
I
love
Yeah.
this.
like labeled herself as,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm a Swiftie. And I'm going to see Dua Lipa in a week. My
Have
friend's
fun.
playing with her, and she used to love Dua Lipa. And I was like, do you want to come to Dua Lipa with me? She's like, no, I like
She's already
Taylor
moved
Swift
No.
now.
on.
She's like,
Yeah.
Dad, I'm a Swiftie.
They move
Yeah. She's
fast.
like,
They move
That's
Dad, I
it.
fast.
told you I'm a Swiftie. I'm like, well, you can
You can like
like other musicians. Like,
It's just everything all in one person.
she's committed.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to go to anyone until I see Taylor Swift. She'll just walk into the kitchen sometimes I know her and be like, do you promise? Do you think Taylor Swift would like me? And I was like,
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
She
Yes.
loves you. She knows all
Yes.
about you.
That's
That
so
answer is a
cute.
big yes.
Oh my God. So
And then
funny.
we know you're obviously on tour now, but you have this upcoming tour celebrating the music of One Tree Hill. Is
Hmm.
there anything you can tease or tell us about this upcoming tour?
Oh, we're working out all the songs that I did on the show and all the ones that Kate did on the show together. So I'm gonna be learning all the songs that she did, which I never saw her seasons. So like it'll be fun to learn, and we're gonna learn them all together. We got a full band. Um, and we're just doing a whole thing. We've been doing a lot of One Tree Hill conventions over the years, and so we also thought it'd be cool to kind of bring this convention experience to the tour. So we're doing a bunch of fun like meet and greet opportunities and like picture taking and stuff, and fans like have been really loving that, which we've been finding. And so we're trying to really carve out time in the day to do more of that stuff with them. Because TV fans don't get that a lot. Music fans do,
Oh,
but
Yeah.
TV fans don't get to like come to something on tour. I mean, podcast fans get to now more. There's more of that podcast live experiences and stuff.
true.
But
Hmm.
so that'll be cool. And we might have some special guests from the show in different cities, and we're going to be re-releasing some of the music. We're recording it now. So I don't know, just a bunch of I did the Music of Montreal tour as a solo artist this last year, just because I've been getting so much response from people being like, I just watched Montreal for the first time, and they're getting into my music. So I was like, oh, I'd never done a tour focused on the music of the show, and I was like, let me just try it this year, and it was wild. Like, I mean, we went Europe, Australia, all over the world, and people loved it. So we're extending it another year, and now bringing Kate on, and it's already selling like way better than even last year. And last year was crazy for us. So I I can't believe it. I never thought this would be like something that people would still be into, and like, but it's like it's been really fun. Like it's been nostalgic and um silly kind of. It's not like this like here's my new album. I'm gonna try to like play as many new songs as I can that you guys don't know, and you're gonna have to sit here. Like it's like usually, which to be honest, like is like always my vibe. I'm like trying
Mhm.
to get people to get into a new album. This is way more fun and just like we're having a blast because we're all just remembering something that we loved 20 years ago and doing it on stage together. So it's been really
Mm.
fun. So we're doing a whole other year, doing Europe, Australia, Asia this time too, and then all over the US and Canada. So really fun.
Oh, it sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think we're gonna come to the show in LA in October, whenever it is.
Yeah, we'd love to see
Oh,
it.
that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Definitely
Yeah.
do that. That'd be great.
yeah,
Yeah, we're so excited. And obviously, we're nostalgic lovers ourselves, but we can see why people love it.
yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's
That's
Yeah.
also
really
just
cool.
so fun to see like what started off as what was supposed to be one episode is now 20 years later. You're
A
still,
tour.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You never know. And I hear like in every season of the show, they kept being like, guys, this is our last season. And we're all like, okay.
Mhm.
With nine
Yeah.
I'll
seasons,
believe it when I see it.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's like crazy.
Uh,
But
well, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you. You're like
got it.
traveling. We know this is like you're doing a lot, so we appreciate you taking the time.
Well, I know what I'm doing the rest of the day is I'm gonna be
I
watching
was gonna
finishing
say you
Love
need to get
Island
off here and
now.
You
get
got to
onto
get
Love
on
Island
it.
right now.
You have a lot to do, no pressure, but you need
Do
to
you guys
you
have
need
like a Love Island podcast that you guys could bring me on? I need to find
We
one of
really
to
need
those.
one.
we really need
You
one
do need.
because
Is there one?
There, surely.
I'm sure there is. I don't know that any of the contestants have done one, like their
We
own
just
hosting
discover
one,
a
but
hole in the marketplace. Do we
Yeah.
need to
we'll
All
fill it.
right. You
someone
know
need to
what?
have
All
a
We
Love
right.
all
Island?
we're all gonna host one.
We'll host it.
You know what? If they do another season of the show, which they're sure to do,
Yeah.
I might have to watch it live and host my own Love Island
You
fan
need to.
podcast.
You need
You should
to.
do it.
There's
People are
nothing more.
obsessed.
There's nothing more fun to talk about. I honestly.
Truly.
Oh, it's such a like if you hear one person say they watch it, immediate connection because you have so
Immediate.
much to talk
No.
There's
about.
so much to talk about.
Maybe they'll do a celeb Love Island. If they do a celeb Love Island, I'll just submit a tape. Be like, hey guys, my name's Tyler.
I
I'm
was gonna
traveling in the
say
holler. I'm a big fan. I think I'd be a good contestant because
I'm married with two
they're like,
kids,
"Aren't
but
you
it's
married?"
okay.
I'm married. I'm looking to find love.
I'm looking to
Uh-huh.
find love.
I'm looking to explore connections.
Anything to stay in the villa?
Oh,
I
we have
think I'd be a
things to
real
look
benefit to
forward to.
Casa.
Oh my, oh, not Casa.
All right. Well, you go enjoy the rest of your day watching,
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
and we will hopefully
Thank you
see you in
guys.
October.
Thank you for having me. I
Yes.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Jihad with Jihad.
Awesome. I'll do it.
Jihad.
We jihad for
We
sure.
We
jihad.
jihad.
All
Thank
right,
you
We all
have a good
again.
jihad.
one.